Hello, I'm Nancy Harkness, romance author, and this is Writer Unedited number 97, where I just sit at my writing desk and chat about whatever's going on in my life. If you missed a previous live, you can always find them on my YouTube channel. There will be a link in the comments below. Okay, official stuff done. 2 viewers. Who's the other viewer? Say hello so I know who I'm talking to. I like to know. So, Mikkel's book. Well, I've made virtually no progress on it in the last few days because, honestly, I'm in full Mother of the Bride mode now because the wedding is coming up fast, and I'll talk a little bit about that later. But I did tell you last week that I was having my first critique session for Mikkel, so my critique partners were seeing the opening pages of his book for the first time. And I thought you might be interested in some of their comments. So number 1, 2 out of 3 thought the first scene was too smooth, too nice, and lacked conflict. 1 of the 3 loved it. So I will probably aim for somewhere in between those 2 things and shorten it a lot. And so we get to the conflict sooner because I kind of like where it started in some ways, but it's just, it goes on a little too long. It's a scene between the king, the queen, and Mikkel right after the wedding Gabrielle and Quinn's wedding is over. So I figured people who have read the whole series already would enjoy it because they're seeing those characters again, and it's sort of an aftermath scene. But my critique partners were absolutely right when they said, you know, for people who are coming into the series for the first time with this book, not enough conflict. So, got to fix that. Number 2, everyone is fascinated by the early hints of Mikkel's backstory, and they love his relationship with his daughter, Serena, because obviously that's brought to the fore in this book. And 3, everyone loves Isabel, who is the artist who's the heroine of the book. They love the fact that she's an artist, and there's that contrast with Mikkel, who is this hardcore security guy. And of course, that's exactly what I wanted when I conjured Isabel into life. So I was very happy to hear that. And mostly they were very happy. I mean, you know, the scenes are good. It's just the very opening that needs tightening and more conflict. It happens. And this is always an issue for me because I like my characters and I want them to be happy and to be having fun and, you know, so it's hard for me to be mean to them. But that's my report on Mikkel. And now I will explain, you know, I'm in full Mother of the Bride mode now. And so that's taking up all my brain bandwidth, basically. Gail says, okay, now I can't wait. I know, a year or so. And I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I'm such a slow writer, but that's what it takes for me to make the books good, to give them the depth that you guys like, and, you know, make sure the characters are good. So I'll try and hurry this one along after the wedding, because Dr. Darling Daughter is getting married, and I have to share the place cards that I made for the rehearsal dinner. So she didn't know I was doing this, but I was just so happy with the way they came out. I sent her a picture and she was delighted. And the reason I did them the way I did is that she had asked me to order cocktail napkins and put the pictures of her 4 pets on them. So I did that, and that was for the rehearsal dinner, and so I kind of went with the pet theme. So here are the place cards. I'm going to try and show this. So this is one. That is her cat, Geode. And thank goodness Geode will not be at the rehearsal dinner because he would eat everything on the table. Geode, I've never seen a cat who was so food motivated in my life. He's a very handsome fellow, too. Also very friendly. So the names are the guests. Obviously, you're coming to the rehearsal dinner. That's why they don't match. So this is Luca. This is Dr. Darling Daughter's very, very clingy pit bull. He has major separation anxiety, although he's gotten much, much better as he's lived with her longer and longer. But he's a couch potato, this dog. He may be a pit bull, but he is a total pushover wimp. Was cute as a button, though. And then our next place card. Sorry, gotta get that sorted out. This is Druzy. Druzy is not friendly. She's a very shy cat. She doesn't, she's not violent or anything. She won't hurt you. But she is very shy, and the weird thing is she looks exactly like a cat I had in my youth. Well, my family had it in my youth, called Shelly. Same coloring, and Druzy had to have her tail amputated when she was a kitten because when Dr. Darling Daughter adopted her, she was brought into the vet clinic, of course, by someone who found her at the side of the road. She'd obviously been abandoned. But her tail was very badly damaged, and they waited to see if it would recover, but it did not. So Dr. Darling Daughter had to amputate it. And our cat, who looked just like this, also had a stubby tail, which obviously had been cut off by something. We had no idea because we got Shelly when she was a kitten, and her tail was already gone. But I just think it's so weird to have two cats that look so much alike and both had amputated tails. And finally, there is Beatrice. Beatrice is an old lady. She came into Dr. Darling Daughter's vet office to be euthanized. It was not a happy story. I won't go into all the details, but she was very ill, very thin. And my daughter felt that she should not be euthanized, that she could be nursed back to good health. And so she persuaded the owner to sign Beatrice over to her. And sure enough, she has brought Beatrice back to good health. Beatrice is still on a lot of medications and has problems and is maybe not as chubby as they would like her to be. But she's a delightful old lady. I really enjoy her. She and I definitely identify with each other. So those are the pets, all 4 of them. None of them were invited to the party. Mostly because Luca and Geode would eat all the food. But I had to share. Gail says, the cards are adorable. Thank you. I thought they came out so well. I had so much fun designing them. It was fun. I have more viewers. Just say hi so I know who I'm talking to. I just like to know who I'm talking to. Okay, so now I'm going to do another show and tell because I spent the weekend working out my party outfits, my wardrobe for the parties. And I thought you would enjoy seeing the shoes that I chose because I figure we all like shoes, right? And one thing I will say ahead of time is they're all flats because I have given up on heels. So Thursday night, I'm hosting a party for just my family because it's a birthday party because we have 2 big birthdays that we're celebrating this year. Not mine, by the way. I'm not celebrating a big birthday, but 2 people are. So I picked these sparkly shoes. Aren't they pretty? So sparkly. And they're flats, so they're semi-comfortable. Not totally comfortable, but semi-comfortable. So that's for Thursday night. And then Friday night is the rehearsal dinner. And also sparkly. Aren't those fun? These are actually quite comfortable. They're like aerosols. Yes, they're aerosols. They were a total impulse purchase. I saw them on Facebook and had to have them. And the amazing thing is I've worn them many, many times. So they're not sparkling quite as well in this light, but they do sparkle. So those are my rehearsal dinner shoes. Lisa! Hi, Lisa! Lisa says, hi, I'm goofing off when I should be clearing out the garage. Lisa, I can't blame you for goofing off. Clearing out the garage is not really fun. So who else is here? I have more viewers. Just say hi. I just like to know who's here. Okay, then the big day, the wedding. Oops. Again, they're flat, but pretty. And these I have also worn to many special occasions. They also sparkle a little bit here. Again, this light isn't really showing them off. But these will be under my Mother of the Bride dress. and I can dance in them, so that's nice. And finally, these aren't very exciting, but the brunch on Sunday, these cute little shoes, which are very comfy. They're called Bubbles. I think that's such a cute name. I have them in 2 colors, but I'm going with black because black is easy. Goes with everything, right? So those are all my shoes for the upcoming wedding festivities. And honestly, that's about all I got for you. Oh, no, I have one more thing. A book on sale in audio. Luis is on sale in audio until November 2nd. He is 50% off, so he costs $12.50 right now. And I'll put a link in the comments below. So grab Luis while he's so reasonably priced. I won't call him cheap. Somebody admonished me when I called Raul cheap or Gabrielle cheap. I can't remember which one. So he's very reasonably priced at 50% off on audio. But the sale only runs till November 2nd. So grab it while you can. Ooh, we have lots of comments now. Gail says, sparkly, nice. Ooh, nice. Sparkly too. Very nice for the big day. Very cute. And yes, flats. Won't fall over for me. Right. I gave up on heels at a Romance Writers of America conference in San Antonio. So that was in like 2015, maybe? I forget. Anyway, I was wearing heels, not even really high ones, but wearing them for the conference. You do a lot of walking at those conferences. And my feet were just screaming in pain at the end of about the second day. So I walked over to the mall that happened to be attached to the conference hotel. Was this in San Antonio? I think it was. Anyway, one of the conferences, they kind of blur together. Walked over to the mall and bought 3 pairs of flats and never wore heels again. I was just like, I'm done. Oh, except for Super Son's wedding. I did wear heels for that, but they were very low. Let's see. Michelle says, I found a couple of Mother of the Bride dresses. I didn't even think about shoes, and more than one pair are. Yeah, shoes are important because you're going to be wearing them. You want them to be comfortable. Pretty, but comfortable, in my opinion. I'm not willing to torture my feet anymore. You know, I'm old enough to be beyond that. Mary Ann asks, what color is your dress for the big day? It's a dark navy blue. It also has some sparkles on it. See, I've got sparkles on my shirt. I don't know if you can tell on the collar. It's not really sparkling. I just decided I like sparkles. I don't overdo them. You know, it's not like solid sequins or anything, but a little bit of sparkle is nice, right? Mary Jane, I'm so glad you made it, Mary Jane. So good to see you. I have so many viewers and I have nothing to talk about because all I've been doing is thinking wedding, wedding, wedding. Yeah, that's it. Get Luis 50% off in audio. Oh, and of course, there will be no live next week because I will be doing wedding stuff. I'm just so excited for Dr. Darling Daughter and her fiance. Obviously, as a romance writer, I love a good wedding. And this is definitely going to be a joyous joining of 2 lives. And I'll be taking a lot of tissues because I will be crying a lot because I'm a crier. I cry when it's not my children's weddings, when it's someone else's children's wedding, just because it's emotional, it's touching, weddings are all about the future, right? This is hope for the future. You're saying we are going to, you know, celebrate these 2 lives putting themselves together into the future because they want to go together into the future. And so I always find weddings very hopeful and very uplifting and, as I said, very moving. And there's always a lot of love between the couple, obviously, but also among the family. You know, we're all there to support this young couple starting out together, starting out in their life together, I should say. So, yeah, it'll be nice. I love Dr. Darling Daughter's wedding dress. I assume she won't mind if I share a few pictures with you, but I always ask her permission. But she looks gorgeous, so I'm sure she won't mind sharing pictures. And, of course, I'll show you my Mother of the Bride dress because it's fun. Pretty dresses are fun. Gail says, it's so nice to see you so excited for your kids. Have fun and congratulations to the couple. Thank you so much. I am excited. How can you not be, really? It's a happy, happy occasion. And I'm very excited. I've said that word like 29 times now. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be a part of it. I'm thrilled that I could help with things like cute little place cards and cocktail napkins with pet faces on it. I love that Dr. Darling Daughter is really making the wedding her own, and her fiance. I mean, he's absolutely involved. Got to think of a good nickname for him. So, because my son is super son, so he can't be super son-in-law. That would be kind of repetitious. So anybody thinks of something good, let me know. Mary Jane says, I wore flat, comfy shoes too, and so much more enjoyable. Right? Right? I mean, seriously, if your feet hurt, you're just distracted all the time and you want to focus on the occasion. So I am so about being comfortable. Mary Jane says, looking forward to wedding pictures too, right? I know. I like to look at everybody's wedding pictures. If anybody has wedding pictures, always post them for me. Because I love pretty dresses. I love happy occasions. I'm a romantic, so I love weddings in general. Do you remember, romance novels used to always end in a wedding. Always. Mine tend now to end in a proposal because that just seems quicker. I mean, that seems more private, more intimate, that's sort of a private occasion, whereas the wedding is shared with the world, so to speak. And of course, Gabrielle and Quinn's wedding really was shared with the world. I really have to write that novella. I'm thinking that after this wedding, I will be in such a wedding mood that I'll be psyched to write Gabrielle and Quinn's wedding novella, right? Gotta be. All right, well, I am going to stop blithering. Again, I will not see you next week, but I will see you the week after. And I'll have wedding news. Anyway, thank you all so much for stopping by. Appreciate seeing you. Take care.